I lay on the floor, the metallic scent of blood filling my nose. I saw Pamela looking down at me from her height on the sofa. Cassie, I know you hate me, but stealing? If word gets out, you'll never work in this town again. She sighed and stood up. Robert, lock her away. She needs to think about what she's done. One last warning, I croaked. If you want to save this deal, if you want to save this company, take that laptop to a data recovery specialist right now. If you wait, it's over. My father glanced at Pamela. Her face turned red with fury. You're still lying. She lunged for the broken laptop on the table. She picked it up and slammed it onto the hardwood floor with all her might. Crack. The casing split. She didn't stop. She stomped on it until the screen was a spiderweb of glass and the internal components were crushed. I watched the debris scatter. The last bit of loyalty I held for that house finally snapped. Tyler walked over to the wreckage and ground his heel into the motherboard. That's for trying to frame my mother, he hissed. I looked at the three of them. My stomach was throbbing. The blood on my face was starting to itch as it dried. You can't save a ghost that wants to die, I whispered. Tyler kicked me one more time. Who are you calling a ghost? He grabbed me by the hair, hauling me up, and began slapping me 1, 2, 3 times. My father sat back on the sofa and took a sip of tea, staring at the wall. Tyler, honey, don't hit her too hard, Pamela said softly. She has to be presentable for whatever happens tomorrow. Tyler threw me back onto the floor. Lock her in the basement. I'll deal with her after I sign the contracts tomorrow. I was dragged down the stairs. The heavy wooden door slammed shut and the bolt clicked. Pitch black. I knew this room. It was the timeout room of my childhood. Whenever Pamela was bored, whenever Tyler cried, my father would toss me in here. No light, no sound, no one. I leaned against the cold stone wall. My body ached, my lips were parched, but I didn't cry. The next morning, the door opened. Tyler stood there, silhouetted by the light from above. How was your night, sis? I didn't answer. I was starving, bruised, and my throat felt like it was filled with sand. Seeing he couldn't get a rise out of me, he grabbed my arm and hauled me up. Get up. You're coming to the office. I want you to watch. I want you to see the moment my name goes on that contract and your grandfather's legacy officially becomes mine. I was shoved into the car. Pamela sat in the front, humming to herself. My father sat in the back with me, but he didn't look at me once. When we reached the office, my father finally spoke. After the signing, I'm calling an emergency board meeting. I'm transferring all my shares to Tyler. He looked at me then, his eyes like flint. And you? You're fired. Effective immediately. Tyler pushed me into a glass-walled observation room adjacent to the main conference hall. I could see them, but they couldn't see me through the tint. Tyler took the head of the table. My father sat to his right, Pamela in the corner. The clients arrived. Handshakes, small talk, the usual corporate theater. The secretary opened her laptop to pull up the final documents from the email. Her face went pale. Mr. Wainwright, the final contracts. They haven't arrived. Tyler froze. What? My father frowned. What do you mean? Tyler scrambled for his phone. I'll call the assistant. The lead investor, a man named Mr. Lewis, checked his watch. He looked unimpressed. Tyler, we're here to sign. Where's the paperwork? Tyler's voice was shaky as he got the assistant on the line. Where are the contracts? We're in the meeting. I'm trying to reach Vesper, sir, but her phone is off. She's completely unreachable. What do you mean unreachable? We need to sign now. Mr. Lewis stood up. Is this a joke, Robert? You